Welcome
to Leadcast. Let's go.
Intriguing.
Immediately.
It's my pleasure.
Without delay.
Hello and welcome to episode 218 of the Leadcast podcast. I am your host, Nick the King Cooper. This week, Chris is out. He is recovering. He's taking some time off, but he will be back possibly 2 weeks from now. And with me is Aiden Frost Rock Arts.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, what's up? So how was your week this week?
My week was pretty good. I played a lot of League of Legends. I lost a lot of League of Legends.
I saw that you were at the top of Plat 2, and then now you're 0 LP.
Yeah, I was at 80 something points in Plat 2, and I was positive 2 games. That was the main thing. All season I've been negative 5 games, Nick.
Yeah.
And I got to positive 2 games in a week, like over the course of a week. And I'm like, fuck yeah, it's turning around for me. I'm negative 2 games. I'm negative 6 games now. Like,
oh no.
Like I don't know what happened. It was not good. I lost a lot of ranked games. I feel like I wasn't playing awful, but I mean, it's the results aren't showing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's kind of felt that way for me. I guess I was informed by you that my stats look like they're challenger.
Yeah, they did. Honestly, it was fucked.
And it was reaffirmed. Someone in a game I was looking at, it was like, "Are you a Smurf?" Because your stats are like super terrifying. But I'm not. But
they honestly, like, literally, if you go to your stats page, like, it's scary looking.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so we need to keep doing, because, like, whenever I do it with my Diamond 3 friend, it's like, we play alright. I feel like I'm not currently at Diamond 3 level, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, I play slightly under par, therefore I'm not going to gain ELO very fast. Mm-hmm. So, I hate solo queuing. Fuck solo queue, dude. Playing League of Legends, League of Legends is a game that you should be playing with friends, I find. Like, it's just so boring to me to play it by myself.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to play with other people. Anything else for your week?
Other than the fact... Oh, I played an ARAM tournament, twice. Yeah.
How'd that go?
The first time, I just had a terrible team. We lost early. Second time I had a terrible team. We made it super far, about to win, RP and stuff. And then my team shit the bed, and, I'm not blaming it on myself, because I went 17-5 and 16 in an ARAM game, and we lost really hard. We lost in 20 minutes, and I went positive, 12. Yeah. I don't even,
Who are you playing?
Jace. Jace is a pretty good pick.
Oh my god, you guys lost with Jace.
I'll tell you our Amumu's build. Amumu's our only tank. And by the way, tanks are OP in ARAM. They're honestly the strongest thing. It's actually insane that tanks are better than AP or AD. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Our Amumu went first item Ludens, second item Leandri's Torment, and then he went Locket.
Why did he go straight AP? You guys... all right.
We had and the rest of our team members were Ari, LeBlanc, and Nineveh, so it's not like we needed more AP.
Oh my god, that sucks, dude.
Whatever. It was I like those tournaments because literally the games last 20 minutes at max. Yeah. So I mean, if you get a shitty team, you're out of there in 15. So it's free RP pretty well.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
I played a bunch of League of Legends too. I had the opposite luck. I'm now plus 12 games. I have only one, and I was wrong earlier. I think I told you I had almost 200 games. I only have 156 games played this season.
Do you have more than? I mean, do I have more than you now?
I don't know.
I'm at 142. Yeah.
Yeah, you're at 142. So I'm still ahead a little bit. But yeah, we have to do.
So what you're saying, Nick? If I win every one of my games up to your 156 games, I'll be same amount of positive games as you. I think. That's how math works, right?
No, you'll be 2 higher than me. No, because you're 2 under right now, right?
I'm -6 right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. You have a lot more to go.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. But it's been pretty fun. I played the best Azir game I've ever had with Aiden and some friends of the TeamSpeak, and we lost. So that was a little disheartening.
Literally, the rule of TeamSpeak is if you play with 5 people on TeamSpeak, you're not winning the game.
But it was really fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I enjoy playing 5s either way.
Yeah,
fun.
And I think I pre-ordered Dark Souls 3 today, and I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah. At least you didn't pre-order it a couple months early. I don't understand why people pre-order stuff 8 months in advance or
Yeah,
something.
no,
like that.
I think there's 26 or 27 days left until it comes out, so a little more than 3 weeks, a little under 4.
Like I'll pre-order Overwatch like 2 days before it comes out because like then you get 3 weeks of early access. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So,
Stub.
but yeah, that was pretty much it for me. So we'll just go straight into the news, I guess.
Yeah, or the lack thereof, right?
Exactly.
So Hextech Crafting came out this week. We've both opened our own little tiny gifts and
Holy
stuff.
shit, I was robbed of my
Yeah.
free stuff.
Yeah.
So what did-
I love that they're implementing it into the game, though. It's a really
yeah,
good
me
thing.
too. So what did you get?
From my free one, I got Spectacular Sivir.
Nice. I own that skin. It's shit in game, but the splash art looks terrible too. So
Yeah.
pretty
It
bad.
sounds like so I also bought a couple, like I bought like 10 chests and keys or whatever just because I had extra RP on my account. So it sounds I got a bunch of champion like shards and stuff. So I can't really use champion shards because I have every single champion on my account. So it sounds like Riot is planning on implementing some sort of thing where you can like dust them for something that's actually useful, because I can't dust them for champion stuff and I can't upgrade them, you know what I mean?
well,
And if I reroll them, I can't get a new champion, you know what I mean?
well, I mean, yeah. So you can't do that. But if you dust them, you can only use it for like another champion. But could you just craft Aurelion Soul when he comes out, or
I wonder if I rerolled them into a new champion, it would give me Aurelion Soul when he comes out.
maybe? I
I don't know. Either way, it sounds like they're implementing something for people who actually do have all champions. So
Yeah.
like you don't get wasted, kind of like wasted.
Good.
Um,
It's strange to me now that like it doesn't occur to me that everyone doesn't own every champion.
I feel bad, like especially runes. Like I was thinking about this a couple days ago. I'm like, literally, they should just make runes free at this point. Like
Yep.
honestly, like I just feel like it's just something that hinders your gameplay, if anything. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like it's so much of a grind. That's the problem. Like whatever, you grind and you get a shitty rune page, then you can play whatever. It's more the fact that literally you're not going to be able to play as well as some other people because you don't have something that you have to grind for,
Yeah.
which I think is shitty.
So, all right, hear me out. This is gonna be kind of crazy. What if they just removed runes altogether?
I don't see why they don't just make it free. I like the idea of having runes in the game because like you can actually change stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously it's still a game of numbers and there's something that's always going to be optimal. But I mean like
That's better than the time sink that runes currently are.
yeah, it's just kind of like sad. Like
Yeah.
that. I say that as I have like 18 rune pages and all the runes. Like even if they made it free, I wouldn't watch anything back. Like I just want the game to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't feel cheated because I paid I paid IP for runes. Like I got access to them months, years before other players did. I don't care. They've served their purpose, you know.
And it's got to be a problem in like lower ELO. Like someone gets their account to level 30, they want to play ranked.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be some players who want to have like 16 champions play ranked or buy the new champion. So therefore, they're just going to not buy runes, right? And
Yeah.
therefore, you have someone on your team without runes, so it lowers your chance of winning the game. It's
Yeah,
just kind
exactly.
of sad. Like, doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But what did you get from your Hextech crafting free box?
Oh
Oh,
my.
yeah,
my
I already
free one?
asked
Yeah,
you.
Spectacular Sivir.
And
Yeah.
what was your ward skin?
Oh, I got. It was Mecha Ward. It was the Mecha one.
Oh, nice. That's a pretty good one.
I'm probably gonna dust it for like cosmetic essence because the only ward skin I've ever used since it came out was the Draven ward skin. So
Mm. Well, yeah, it's pretty good. I got a superb villain Vigar, which is kind of like the shittier final boss a little
Yep.
bit. So I got that. It's still just a shard. I don't know if I'm going to disenchant it, re-roll it, or I can re-roll it for free, can't I?
what?
Uh,
You have to have
Reroll.
three. You have to have three skins. It'll randomly generate a permanent skin for you.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I'll probably do that eventually. And then I own 2 ward skins, maybe 3, based on the ranked rewards for the past couple seasons, and an Earth ward. And guess what ward skin I got? I got the Earth ward skin.
Yeah.
So it's like out of the 30, ward skins in the game, I got the one that I already own, which is pretty disappointing. But hey, it's free. It's a really cool idea. I'm excited to see it added to League.
It sounds like they're gonna add like I'll have to find the post or something. It sounds like they're gonna add a way to buy stuff with IP though,
Good.
like chests or something. It's probably gonna be limited to a certain amount per month, kind of like how you get them from games right now.
Yeah.
But like, and I understand that's fair because you can't have someone who has like 100k IP just like
Dump it all into.
yeah, and unlock everything in the game. Like they obviously want to still make money from people.
Yeah.
But like if they add in anything to like get people to like, even if it's only buying like key fragments or something like that, you know what I mean? Because you get chests, in my opinion, kind of easier than keys.
Yeah,
because
I
keys are
agree.
random drops and chests are just from S ranks.
Yeah. I feel like it should be something ridiculous, like maybe 20k IP gets you a key. I don't know, something
20k is a lot.
like something ridiculous to where it's gonna take a long time for you to get a key, but it's also gonna like it has to incentivize purchasing a skin versus trying to open up new ones. You know?
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, but it's just I just hope that there's some sort of system that at least kind of like allows me to sync my 75k IP somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I only have 27k, but I've changed my name pretty much once a month for the past like 6 months.
Yeah, I'm happy with my name, so I don't have to change that anymore on this account.
Yeah,
I just pay for it on my other accounts.
Sticking to what I have now, but yeah, and so there were clubs added too.
Yeah, clubs. We set up our League Cast club finally, and we've kind of decided it's kind of crappy because you have to actually have the person on your friends list to invite them. So
yeah, that's kind of.
And there's only allowed 50 people in the clubs right now until they change it, which I hope they change soon.
Yeah.
So pretty well, if you guys want to be part of the League Cast club, just add one of like Nick, Chris, or I on League.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and name our summoner names.
My summoner name's so hard to like. Okay, my summoner name is 420, 420, 420, but so it's 420 and then 420 spelled out, and then it's 420.
Yeah, all like smushed together, one word, no spaces.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Spaces don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris's is LC Chris, and then mine is King Lardout. King space. All right, yeah, spaces don't matter. LARDOUT. So.
And then so yeah, if you guys just add us and like just send us a message, be like, hey, I'm a listener. Do you mind if I join like Leaguecast, and we'll just add you straight away.
Yeah.
And it's also crappy because you can only have 10 people in the pending slot right now.
Oh, that sucks. And if they're offline, they still count as pending, but not.
Yep.
That sucks.
It's a mess, dude.
It is a mess. Yep. But that is there anything else for news? Like it was pretty slow.
That's pretty well it, I think. Like, I mean, there's not much more. Yeah, there's like really nothing big. It was mainly like LCS stuff and all that on Reddit.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, then let's get into the champion spotlight. Do you want to read the lore?
What lore do we want to read? The 1,200 page
All
one?
right, so there's two versions of the lore out. There's lore in the actual client, which let me pull it up real quick.
It's like a paragraph.
It's like a paragraph in a sentence.
Which
it's
feels
nothing...
it feels like it doesn't like outline her story enough, but like her actual lore is like literally 12 pages long.
It's very long and not something that we can really do. And this is a pretty... I just want to pull up a picture. I'm going to show you, Aiden.
Yeah.
That I just took. Here you go.
Is it of Callista?
It is of Callista, apparently.
Oh,
that's what it says in my client.
Oh, okay.
It's just a picture of Nunu in the spot that Callista's at.
Okay.
Yeah, I was having a hard time finding her, but we'll go ahead and read that.
You want me to read that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll read her thing, then I'll read the quote. A specter of wrath and retribution. Callista is the undying spirit of vengeance, an armored nightmare summoned from the Shadow Isles to hunt deceivers and traitors. The betrayed may cry out in blood to be avenged, but Callista only answers to those whose cause she deems worthy of her skills. Woe betide... Is that woe? Yeah, it's definitely woe. Woe betide those who become a focus of Callista's wrath, for any pact sealed with this grim hunter can only end on cold fire of her soul spears. When wronged, we seek justice. When hurt, we strike back. When betrayed, the spear of vengeance strikes.
Whoa, spooky.
Yeah, so she's pretty well like a mercenary killer, but she doesn't do it because of like...
Money.
She just does it when it like, what she wants to.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So her passive is Martial Poise. Enter a movement command while winding up Callista's basic attack, or Pierce to lunge a short distance when she launches her attack. This is weird. This is written in like third person not third person, in like first person as opposed to third person.
What do you mean?
Like usually it would say like Callista's basic attacks enable her to lunge a short distance like during the animation. I don't know, something like that. Or like Callista throws a fast moving spear.
Jinx modifies her basic attacks, you know.
Yeah, but this just says Pierce is her Q. Throw a fast moving spear that passes through enemies it kills.
Huh. Probably someone else who did it. Not very consistent, but that's cool.
Strange. So her W is Sentinel. Passively deal bonus damage when striking the same target as an Oathsworn ally. And the active, you activate to send a soul to patrol a path, revealing the area in front of it. Her E is Rend. Attacks impale their targets with spears. Activate to rip the spears out, slowing and dealing escalating damage. And her ultimate is Fate's Call. Callista teleports... This is back in the regular one. Callista teleports the Oathsworn ally to herself. They gain the ability to dash toward a position, knocking enemy champions backwards. That's it.
That is Callista.
Yeah, so what role does she play?
She is a marksman.
She is a marksman, that's pretty much it. What do we build on her?
Generic 80... Actually, not generic 80
Not
carry
generic 80 carry.
It's actually fairly different from most 80 carries, I guess, in the fact that you build a lot of attack speed on her.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe it.
Yeah, she scales pretty well with attack speed because of her Ren stacks.
Yep, so there's two common builds on her. I like the good old attack speed one where you go... Do you like going Bork first, or do you like going Runanis first?
It depends on the matchup. I would say in anyone that's going to be kind of like trade heavy, that I would go Blade of the Ruin King, or if they have a tanky team. But if we need like wave clear, then I'll go wave clear, or pretty much anything else, then I'll go Runons.
Yeah, I think Bork's overall a better item by itself.
Yeah.
So I mean that's kind of why you usually go first. But yeah, you always go Bork, Runons, and then your build starts to change. Like you want to actually get like damage items and stuff. Like I like going Bloodthirster on her as their first main damage item. I'm not sure if you like to go.
Yeah, Bloodthirster.
Sustain's so good after you get Rudons and stuff like that. It's just
it really
crazy.
is. She trades so well because of her passive. Like she's so mobile.
I personally think she's one of the best AD carries in the game right now, too.
Yeah, I believe that to be true too. Not because her numbers are anything spectacular, but I mean her utility, her passive, like her mobility. She's safe, but she can be aggressive like at the same time.
Yeah, so you obviously pick up Berserker's Greaves on her, pretty straightforward.
Yep.
What do you like as her defensive item? Or defensive items?
Defensive item, probably something like a Banshee's, QSS.
I like QSS on most of AD carries, personally.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, QSS probably. She really gets, like, she gets fucked by hard CZ. So.
Really hard, yeah.
And then, like, Last Whisper into, like, Lord Dominic's or...
Yeah, what type... I always go Lord Dominic's pretty well every single game. Like, I never find the Grievous Wounds one to do enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really, really good because it doesn't they don't have to be below a specific threshold. Like Morellonomicon, you have to be below 40% health. But for the Grievous Wounds, you, like, if there's a Vladimir or someone like a Mundo, then I'll probably get that. But it sucks. Like, Mundo's... You need Lord Dominic's against Mundo, but you also need... like Grievous Wounds at the same time.
Yeah, if like Mundo's like the only threat on the team, I'll still go Lord Dominic's though. I feel like for the Grievous Wounds one to be good, you need to have like 2 or 3 people on the enemy team to actually like use it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's difficult to justify Grievous Wounds over Lord Dominic's when Lord Dominic's is just so good.
Especially with how shitty Grievous Wounds is this patch. Like like this season, because like I got someone in like my Diamond ranked game told me I was a fucking moron because like I didn't take Ignite against Soraka. It's like literally that does nothing because like Grievous Wounds only affects self healing. So
and her ultimate just straight up removes Grievous Wound before it
that
heals.
Too. Like
it does nothing to Soraka except for the true damage.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a mess. Like it just I don't know. I think they should have kept it the way that it was before.
I agree.
I'm not sure why they actually even implemented it, but
probably to make Soraka viable.
Yeah, maybe they wanted to like supports to start taking heal or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Skill order, EQW, right?
So there's always a school of thought between E or Q first. I mean, maxing it first. So you always max Rend first if you're going the attack speed build. Bork and Runon's pretty straightforward because her E's really, really good with attack speed. But the other build with her is going Bloodthirster first, which you max Q because like it's damage.
It scales really well with damage, like attack
exactly.
damage.
So I mean, I don't see too many people going Q anymore. But like when she like was the first couple months she's out, like it was literally like 50-50 between going to the two. So. I still think that's a viable build. So, like, if you're going to go Bloodthirster first, then go Q. But if you're going to go the traditional attack speed build, I'd go E for sure.
Yeah, same here. Strengths and weaknesses.
Trading and laning is pretty damn strong, in my opinion.
It's pretty great. Her team fighting is incredible, too.
Yeah, she doesn't really have too many weaknesses other than the fact that she's kind of... she's not even immobile because she's hard as hell to hit.
Yeah.
Because she moves in such a fucking odd direction.
I feel like her weakness is her skill floor. Like, it's incredibly hard to play her.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, and that's pretty much her only weakness. Her range is kind of short, and she doesn't necessarily scale extremely well just because she doesn't do well with crit.
Yeah. Would you say that a weakness is the fact that she can only be played with certain supports, meaning that you can't really play like, well, you can play her with like Soraka, but I mean it's not nearly as effective as playing her with like a Braum or
an Alistar.
A tank. You know what I mean? That
Thresh.
You can actually. Yeah,
I think Thresh is the best support for her.
You can't play like a fucking like Nami support or something like and throw them into the enemy team for the knockup because she's gonna get one hit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess that's kind of a weakness. You kind of have to play around her.
And you do have to rely on your teammate, your Oathsworn ally, quite a bit. So I guess that could be it too. And then, do we have any final thoughts? Best skin. She only has 2, right?
Does she only have 2? I thought she got... Did she not get a third one?
I think she only has Championship and Blood Moon, right?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant including... I couldn't remember Championship. Yeah, so she just... Like, then her base, obviously. Yeah.
I really like Blood Moon.
I personally like her base skin the most out of them all.
Her base skin's pretty good, too.
Yeah, it just fits her character very, very well.
Yeah. That's pretty well Callista.
Yeah, I've said that like 4 times already. I noticed. I caught everyone. So round table.
Yeah, round table.
That's my section. So some of the answers this week might have been my favorite answers of all time. By the way, I'm not sure if you read any of them on the Facebook this week.
I didn't, so I'm really excited. I read a couple.
Like they're pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'll start going through them. So Austin said, Rek'Sai. Oh yeah, the question was, if you could become a champion for one day, who would it be and why? So Austin on Facebook said, Rek'Sai. I'll dig my way I'll dig my way to a coffee shop and enjoy the look of the barista's face as I crawl through the door. Then I'll proceed by ordering via a series of yelling, clicking, and screaming. Finally, when I get my coffee, I'll let out a blood-curdling yell that will shatter all the windows in the building and ult back home. Really good.
It's a pretty good one.
Eric said, "I'm going as Echo for my day, but then I can rewind everything I do. Watch a game, then rewind and bet big on the winner. Just before my day is up, rewind time and do it again. Plus the ability to beat people with the hand of a clock. Plus the ability to beat people with the hand of a clock would be one hell of a time. Ha! I forgot to mention that sick white mohawk. Yeah, he has left a second comment talking about the mohawk.
Does he beat people with like the hand of a clock?
I don't know.
Is that what that is?
I know he has a giant like police baton.
Yeah, that's kind of
that's what I would call it, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at his character art right now. Oh, it's not alphabetical. Fuck.
I don't know.
Oh no, Echo. There he is. Does he have a clock hand? I mean, he has a giant sword thing.
Yeah.
It's not a police baton. Why did I think it was a police baton? Yeah, sure, that's a clock hand. Sure, that's close enough, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Jin said, Draven, so I can play League as Draven with Draven skin, then put down Draven wards. Draven, have fun, Aiden. And Eric actually commented, replied to him Jin's answer, and he's like, "That was pretty well a good answer," which I thought was pretty funny. Sam said Archduke Nasus. That way I can pimp cane anyone who's annoying, and I can be dapper as F. Diana said, Yorick, JK, I'd choose Evelyn because, let's face it, who wouldn't want to be invisible for a day?
Okay,
You're not
be pretty
wrong.
Cool. Yeah.
Andrew said zillion, because then is it really a day? Which I thought was... yeah, it's deep, dude. Jake said, I choose Shen. Basically, become a Power Ranger and ulti to the strangers in distress. Save them from danger, then teleport back to whatever I was doing, which would probably be work. Actually thinking about that would be very exhausting and stressful fighting crime every 3 minutes. I'm only a level 6 Shen and trying to do my everyday work. Fuck it, I'll just stay as me. That's a good answer. Craig said, wait, so wait 1 second. Mundo would be awesome. I'd be corporate Mundo as I work in an office. I could throw folders at people with accuracy of cleavers, headbutt my boss when they disagree with my numbers, and run away really fast when I accidentally set the office on fire, shouting, "Mundo goes where he please." It's really good. And one of my favorite answers of the week, DeAndre said, I can imagine now carrying grocery bags up to my apartment and someone asks, "Hey, do you need any help?" And I'll smile and say, "Thanks, but no thanks. I'm Ezreal. I'm my own team comp."
The meme that keeps on giving.
Yeah. On the Twitters, we got some pretty good answers, too. Sonic 1203 said, I'd be Vel'Koz and visit Japan. Classic answer. Right. We got one from a Matthew Hillman. He said, Evelyn, I'd get close enough to see people talking about me, but not close enough for them to hear. Wait. I think, did he mess this up? I get close enough to see people talking about me, but not close enough to hear them. I live out my days in loneliness.
Holy shit.
That's pretty funny, though. And then we got an email response, which I think is pretty cool. We got one more, but it's like 4 pages long.
Yeah, we're gonna read it in the.
It sounds like it's like a novel, dude. So, anyways, this one is from Tommy. He said, first time writer, moderately long time listener. The champ I would most want to be for a day is Zillion. I work in corporate sales at a theme park in Missouri, and being able to turn back time holy shit, I can't talk, Nick. It's killing me. And being able to turn back time to fix a pitch after talking to them would have been golden. Zillion would be the best salesman ever, plus the ability to revive people and wear a clock better than Flava Flav. Hands down, best champ to be for the day. Thank you, Tommy, for that answer. For this week's roundtable question, I actually thought of it about half an hour ago. It's pretty good, though. So, Kirby wanders into the League of Legends and eats a champion. What champion did he consume, and what is the power that he gained? Nick, do you have an answer yet? Because I don't. I thought of this, but I haven't thought of an answer yet. Shit.
I'm gonna go. All right. Can I include a skin in the?
You sure can, Nick.
All right, boys. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Trundle, but it's gonna be traditional Trundle.
Okay.
Whenever Kirby eats Trundle, traditional Trundle, he just gets the ability to make a turd, like a turd, a log. Fuck, what do they call it? Fucking pillar of shit. Yeah, a shit pillar, just pop up anywhere. You
didn't go with the ice Trundle, so you can get the ice cock.
No, not the ice cock. No, I'm gonna go with the shit pillar.
Day. The shit pillar? Okay. Yeah, I like
you
that.
You can just say regular Trundle and say ice cock.
How funny would that
just be your
shit
answer.
pillar and ice cock. That's what Kirby.
All right, let's hear your answers, guys.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a pretty holy shit, dude. I cannot talk today. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that he would consume Vi, and he would just like get fucking massive fists and just like punch shit. It's like a physical like fighting ability. I think that'd be pretty cool for Kirby. It kind of fits his character too.
All right, I want another answer.
You want one more? Yeah, go ahead. Round two.
All right. One more. Kirby's gonna eat Tom Kench so he can just eat people again.
So it's funny that you say that, because my first answer was going to be Sona, so he could gain the ability to not talk, and then doesn't really work.
Doesn't he already not talk?
Yeah.
All right.
So you guys can give us some real good answers like this week on our Facebook page, our Twitter, or you can email in later. That we'll talk about later in the show.
Yeah. So what's this week's round? Oh wait, we already did.
You fucking. Pretty funny, actually.
What's this week's LCS section consist of?
LCS was
is
a
what I
mess
meant
this
to
week,
say.
dude.
Yeah, it was pretty sloppy. It was
Like-
pretty well a clown fiesta.
Dude, not okay. EU every single week is boring, and plus I like usually don't get to watch Friday stuff because I have class. Like, literally the last game ends as I'm like walking in the door after class, and I'm like, oh. So I like kind of catch like a couple of games during class and stuff like that on Friday. But then NA, I get to watch all of NA, dude. And NA was a clusterfuck this weekend. Like, not only did TSM get smashed by like fucking Renegades and TIP, which was like that was an embarrassment in itself. You know what I mean?
It was pretty embarrassing, yeah.
Like literally, I think it was like 14-2 or something. The game they lost against TIP, and it's like, I don't know what happened to that team. Like Renegades, I can kind of understand because Renegades actually looks really not really good, but
Their
I
new
mean,
roster, yeah.
they look like an actual team is what I'm trying to get across. So I mean, it's hard to scout a team that has 2 new players. I guess I've tried to defend them like with that. But man, sorry, shit. Did they actually won the team TIP game? I'm sorry. For some reason,
Yeah, they
like
won 1-1.
they went 1-1. Sorry. But like still, it looks pretty. Like it didn't look great. Like for against a team like TIP.
Yeah, it should have been a lot more like one-sided than it was.
Yeah, because I remember sending you the picture of Doublelift, and it was like his quote or something like that, and it's like our team.
The protected double.
It was like Doublelift has like a interview after the win. He's like, yeah, our team's finally like listening, and they're like everyone knows their own role. And it's funny because they literally just played a protect the Doublelift comp. So in his mind, the perfect role is everyone plays around him. So it's pretty funny. And then they got smashed by Renegades. That's what it was. Yeah, they got smashed by Renegades. But anyways, not talking about TSM because who cares about TSM? Everyone wants to talk about Dignitas, right?
Holy shit.
Because Dignitas did not play well this week. I'm not sure if you watched either of the 2 Dignitas games. I'm sure you saw the news about the 2 Dignitas games because you couldn't miss that. But
I think I watched the... Fuck, who did they play?
Echo Fox, and they played
I watched the Immortal one.
The Immortals, yeah. So you didn't see the Echo Fox one because that's what we'll talk about first if you would like. If you're down with that.
Yeah, let's go.
So yeah, the Echo Fox game. I'm not sure if you watched it. Anyways, it's a really long drawn out game. Because Frog and wait, I'm getting the 2. Okay, never mind. So yeah, the Echo Fox game is the game where Froggen got like the 1 million CS. I'm not sure if you saw that.
He actually broke the record, yeah.
Yeah, he got like 700 something CS that game. So anyways, Dignitas has 8 dragons, 4 barons, and 2 inhibitors at one point in the game. 8 dragons.
Shit.
8 dragons, 4 barons, and they lost this game. Like
Dude.
the way that Echo Fox 1 wasn't clean, like they literally like Keith flashed over a wall and ulted Alistar with him, and they backdoored the base sort of thing. But like, I don't even understand how a team loses with that much of a lead. Like,
It was pretty disgusting.
well, you actually have to try to lose that, right?
Yeah, you have to.
And I was looking at the comments on that. That thread broke the most number of upvotes without a downvote. I'm not sure.
I saw that. It was like
pretty-
1,000 before it hit 1 downvote or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it's, I don't know, dude.
Did you see Cutie Pie's Twitter response to it?
No, I didn't see that at all. I can
Fuck,
talk
he
about the
said-
Immortals game until you look for it. If
He
you
said
want to
that game was the most... Oh, what did he say? He said it was the most...
boosted.
Yeah, he said it was the most boosted game in the history of League of Legends.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then you're like, oh, okay, whatever. At least Dignitas was ahead for like a long time. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And then Dignitas plays Immortals, and they were ahead for 95% of the game, sort of thing, 85% of the game, and
They're winning
then
until they lose.
like I don't even understand. They have okay, their combos Rammus, Gragas, Corki, Jin, Braum. So Rammus, Gragas, and Braum are unkillable because like they're I don't know,
They're
like
super tanks.
15k gold ahead, 10k gold ahead, sort of thing. And then somehow Immortals wins like 3 fights in a row with like inhibitors down, sort of thing.
League of Legends doesn't make sense to me.
Like literally, Immortals had no like inhibitor turrets up that game, and I understand Immortals is a really good team, but like man, Dignitas is an awful team, is what I'm trying to get across. I think.
Yeah, they're pretty.
And Adrian played his 4th support that game this season, so that's cool.
Biggest champion pool in the history of the.
Can you
NALCS.
name his 4 supports that he's played this season, Nick?
I will try. I'm gonna say Janna.
Johnny, you got that one, yeah.
Soraka.
Oh, you got it. Nice one. Those were the hard ones.
Say Braum.
Oh, Braum. He's played one game of Braum.
And Alistair.
Karma's his last one.
Karma? What the
He
fuck?
played it in the Dig game, yeah. Oh no, it was wait, what was it? No, never mind. They have it on the thing as they play. Yeah, he played Braum, so he's only played 3 supports. I lied to you. They just have it listed as Karma for some reason. I remember it was Braum. Yeah, that makes sense.
Holy shit.
They just have it listed as Wait, did Kiwi Kid play Karma? No, neither of them played Karma, but Karma's listed. Wait, no, what the fuck? No, he played it. He only played. Okay, so this is weird. So I'm looking at the Reddit thread right now because I watched the game. The Reddit thread has Kiwi Kid listed as playing Braum, and then it has Adrian listed as playing Karma, and Adrian played Janna.
Surprise, Adrian.
I don't know. What, like, how do they mess up stuff? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is Adrian's played like 3 supports this entire year. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good thing because it's working. It's a good thing because it's working, but it's a bad thing because you just ban those 3 champions, and then who does he go to?
Well, yeah,
Lulu,
that was one
Nami?
of the things. Like, Dig banned Soraka from him that game. Like, that was kind of important in my opinion. Like, I know
Yeah.
it kind of sucks to have to ban a support from him, but like, you kind of have to at this point.
Yeah, it's like you ban the 3 that he plays, pick Alistair, and then what does he play? Leona? Maybe?
Yeah, it's messy if anything. I wonder how they're gonna do best of 5s. That's what I'm kind of waiting for, like for playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, especially because their team comp is basically the same every single game.
Yeah, they run Hoonie on like a carry type champion. They run Rainover as like a
A tank
tanky,
jungler.
yeah, like Rek'Sai pretty well every single game.
They run Pole Belter on a wave clearing mid laner.
Oh wait, yeah, there you go. And then they run Turtle on like
Lucian?
literally Lucian or Callista.
Lucian? Yeah, that's
Lucian or
true.
Callista every single game.
And then fucking Adrian only plays Jen and Soraka.
Which, I mean, people can try banning that out, and I'm sure they have other shit prepared, but like
I hope so.
I would assume that they just have other shit prepared, but they're just gonna play the same thing until like people ban it out from them. Because why not? But like, I really don't know.
It's pretty curious.
Yeah. So
Do we have
either
any
way,
other-
that's pretty well NA and EU. Like, I mean, we haven't really talked much about EU, but like I don't
They're
enjoy
not
watching
as
EU at all.
entertaining, yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is either. Actually, it just seems like the games are like who's gonna win most of the games, I guess.
Yeah, it's got to be the like we've talked about before. The top of EU is just so vastly like outclassing the bottom of EU. You know, like last year's Fnatic, last year's Origin were just miles ahead of what 3rd place team Unicorns of Love.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Followed by HTK, yeah, like this. Yeah, this year it's like you have G2 Vitality and then
H2K,
H2K,
yeah.
right? And then like there's a huge gap, and then there's like Origin and Fnatic and Unicorns of Love, and then there's a huge gap, and then there's like
The
Roccat, yeah, Giants,
Roccat
shit like that,
Giants, yeah.
Splice. Like there's a huge gap in the levels of play. Whereas NA, like as much as Dignitas is a terrible team and shouldn't be doing well, at least
they
they're
did
kind of
go-
holding competitive games.
They went toe to toe with with Immortals, you know, like
Yeah.
which I don't know if that's a good sign.
No,
If
I
it's
don't
a sign
think it
that
is.
NA is really even and the bottom teams aren't that bottom, or if it just means Immortals is not that good.
When I was watching that Immortals game, I'm like, are they doing the Fnatic thing from last season where like I was pretty certain that Fnatic was throwing their games at the
To play
beginning
from
to see-
behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, it looked like that because they did it like 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
But no, I actually think they just kind of slipped up early. But
Yeah.
man,
I don't
damn,
know.
fuck NA, dude, fuck you.
Exactly, yeah. I
That
feel
is-
like this is
Okay.
this is the weakest I've ever felt about the West.
Yeah,
know?
and people are still gonna circle jerk that Fnatic is second, EU's second best region because Fnatic came second at IEM.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
I mean, maybe they're the second best region. It's between them or China, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we'll have to watch.
China
Worlds
can't keep holy shit. China
Sandbag,
can't.
dude.
Yeah, they're sandbagging at international events, dude.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for the LCS section, and we'll go on to, last but not least, the mail fight section. And we have only a couple emails this week, but we will address them as thoroughly as we normally would, you know? So the first one is up from Paul. He said, "Gentlemen," this is the response to the roundtable that Aiden didn't want to read. Let's be
It's like
real.
it's pretty good though.
It's pretty good. It's long. If you're a working professional, the correct answer is Garen. If you had to be any champion for one day, Garen in the workplace would make you the CEO before lunch. Oh sure, you might think Vel'Koz would be able to crank out a few extra spreadsheets and help multitask, but fuck that. We're coming for the throne. Garen is that asshole that we all hate at the meeting but wish we could be just for one day to get ahead. Garen asks poignant questions at the corporate meetings. Garen remembers birthdays. Garen doesn't need coffee in the morning, and Garen shows up an hour early to tell you about his weekend sailing with his kid on the boat they built, or how they spent all night Wednesday knitting socks to donate to a homeless shelter or some shit. Garen's office is covered in those one-word inspirational posters, unironically, and he's always forwarding health tips or work-safe jokes to everyone in his department. Garen is a brain-dead automaton who only has one speed: kill. This will not work well in the long run for the human resources department, but we're talking one day here. Garen is a chaotic good Billy Mays hopped up on whippets with a sword. Imagine him running past your cubicle with case documents needing to be shipped, screaming, "I will not falter." Garen sits in his office all day shouting "without delay" to his computer when responding to emails, or "for Demacia" when sending a fax. It's probably already in his email signature. Also, Garen is probably putting Demacia LLC on all the company letterhead. He's an idiot. But for one day, you could be this kind of idiot. The best kind. Blind zealotry. His lore says Demacian military enforces a zero-tolerance moral code, strictly upheld by civilians and soldiers alike. In combat, this means Demacian troops may not make excuses, flee, or surrender under any circumstances. Really? Because that's idiotic. At least in the Red Army, getting shot by your own officers was a surprise at the end of a retreat, not listed on the plaque at the entrance to the barracks. Sun Tzu's farts probably had more tactical ingenuity than this jockstrap. But that's why Garen is who to be. Corporate life values drone compliance, and Garen is the perfect kind of dumbass to charge straight to the top. You return to work the next day as your normal self with a brand new corner office, 2 extra zeros in your paycheck, and 3 assistants catering to your needs. You're also now enrolled in 4 book clubs, a lunchtime yoga class, and will need to pick up Garen Jr. from chess club in your fucking minivan. It was amazing.
I don't even know how you come up with that. That's so...
I don't either. That's one of my favorite of all time. Favorite round table.
We need to
answers.
frame that somehow.
Put it on the League Cast company wall.
Thank you, Paul. That's a fucking really good
Yeah,
answer.
thanks, Paul. That's fucking good.
That's awesome. Holy shit.
Next up from... I didn't put the email. I'm a terrible person.
Vamp.
I'm gonna reopen the... Oh my god, why do I have so many tabs open?
Oh, do you see the little thing that they show when you already got your chest for the season with
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll show your highest rank in the season with them.
Oh, that's really cool.
It is really cool. We're not stalling for time because I'm trying to pull up the email.
Mine's S plus with Tom Kent.
Yeah, I
I've
only got
played
an
one
S.
game of him.
I got an S on Lucian and an S in Braum. That's not it. Where?
Oh, I stalled as long as I could.
I know, I'm almost there.
I'm out of shit to talk about.
Signing in, loading. Okay, it was from... Terra Hex. There we go. From
Yeah,
Terra
we
Hex.
did it.
Said, hey, again, guys, I had a quick question. In a recent losing game, I was playing a mage mid lane and working on building magic resistance when the enemy built a void staff. I was wondering what to do in this kind of situation. Do I continue building armor or MR when someone builds penetration, or do I build damage because it'll be more useful in the long run? In that particular game, my opponent, a brand, was the biggest threat and the only one with some threatening magic damage. Anyway, still love the show even if you guys can never read my emails without stuttering. Actually, I think I did pretty well on that one.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this one is for this. All right. And then he says, thanks for answering my email again, guys. You're extremely helpful, and I love listening to your podcast while I play League. So thanks for the email, Terrahex. And how do you feel? This is actually a pretty good question. Do you continue finishing your MR, or do you just go straight to damage after they've built a void staff?
I keep building MR because I think that well, I'm building it for a reason. First of all, probably because they have more than one AP champion on their team. Because I usually don't build if they only have one. Like even if my lane opponent is like AP, I'll maybe build one item. You know what I mean? But like I'm building it for a reason, and it's still better than having 0 MR. I mean magic is what I'm trying to say. Because like if you have 0 and they have like void staff, you're about to get plowed like 100% of their damage by that item, by like all their abilities and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
but
would
the MR
cont-
still gives like at least what 40%, right?
Yeah,
40?
40%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's still good though. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah. No, I agree. I would finish the MR item.
like I would probably try to be building like Abyssal or something like that, like where you're getting both MR and ability power, I guess. But like, yeah, you shouldn't not be building Magic Resist or armor if people are getting penetration against you.
Yeah.
Because if anything, they're gonna start doing true damage, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is more problematic, I think.
It's actually like if champions are doing true damage to you, like the base abilities for every single champion in this game deal so much damage that you'll just die in 3 hits no matter who you are.
Well, like look at champions like Rengar or like all those generic bruiser champions where they build like Last Whisper, Brutalizer,
A lot of armor pen, yeah.
like just like every single one of their items is armor pen. You know what I mean? Because it's built like 100 Dorns, not Dorn swords, long swords, right?
Yeah.
Like those champions, the purpose of them is you try to do true damage. Because if no one builds armor that early in the game, you literally just one hit them because you're doing almost more than like their abilities do.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's yeah.
Resists are in the game for a reason. Like
Yeah.
even if you build against them, like you build against them because like you try to negate the effect a little bit. Like you still have to build it, I believe.
Exactly. Okay, thanks for the email, Tara. And the next one, I also forgot to put the name.
Oh
but
my
it
God.
is. Oh, sorry. All right. So Spencer is the next one, and he's the one who said, "Thanks for answering my question again, guys. You're extremely helpful, and I love listening to your podcast while I play League."
Yeah,
and then he
Tara
said-
didn't say shit. Tara's
Yeah, he
like-
didn't say that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tara. No, actually, thanks, Spencer. And then he said, I wanted to pose a hypothetical champion idea. Without going too in depth, what do you guys think of the interestingness and potential viability of a champion who had a kit that revolved around buffing and utilizing the minions in some way? He could perhaps buff them in terms of damage, attack speed, movement speed, or tankiness. There are obviously effects that already exist in the game that buff minions, Banner of Command, Drift Herald, Baron buff, but not any built into a champion's kit as far as I know. For a rough idea, perhaps his Q, W, and E buff a single minion in a different aspect. His ult could be a modifier that he casts before his other abilities to make his next ability apply to all minions in range instead of a single target. This champion would obviously be formidable for purposes of pushing and sieging, but perhaps could be balanced out by having poor individual combat stats. Just a totally weird hypothetical idea that I wanted to hear some opinions on from experienced players. So I don't know if you played a lot of Heroes of the Storm, but there was kind of a hero in that did the same thing, called Asmodan, where he could spawn minions and upgrade them, through his passive abilities that you get.
No, I didn't see
yeah.
that. I didn't know that.
So two abilities, two of his 4 abilities, and then including his passive, and then his ultimate could be leveled up to do that. Could spawn a minion, buff another one, and then would spawn a bunch of minions for his ultimate. So what do you think about like his idea?
I love the idea of having like a minion or like a more of a buff aspect to like changing not your abilities not being like damage spells, if you will, but like affecting minions. Like I think they'll eventually do that. I honestly think Riot will eventually, like maybe not all your abilities obviously, but like maybe one ability on a champion that's completely just buffs minions, buffs something. Whether like you could even like you go as far as like trying to buff like a neutral monster or something like that to like fuck with the enemy jungler. You go in there, you buff their minion or something. That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool. That'd be interesting.
I don't think it will be soon because I think that they're still trying to work out stuff like basic stuff like how much
champions.
Yeah, literally, well, only like actual champions, but I mean, like, they're still trying to change other stuff, like how towers even work. And
Yeah.
I feel like a champion like that would, you know what I mean? Like, if you could buff minion waves, you'd have to make sure that they don't affect towers too much. You know what I mean? Like
He's either so he's either really strong and he just runs down every tower in the map, or he's really weak and doesn't really do anything the entire game.
yeah.
And I don't know
So-
if there's a good in between.
And we're currently in this stage of the game where people think towers are way too weak. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think they would have to figure out what they want to do with the direction of towers before they even considered it. But I love the concept though, because like
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
such a
so
cool
different than
idea.
everything else, right?
Yeah, it's such a cool idea. But I think so. It's a cool idea. I think another cool idea that's kind of uses the same kit that he put out. What if he just affects champions like that? Like we were saying last week, his Q, W, and E buff a single champion, and then his ultimate is a modifier, kind of like Karma's ultimate, where now everyone gains I don't know, plus 20 move speed, or like does 10% increased damage for the next 5 seconds.
So it's like Sona, but like more
It's like
range.
it's like a Sona on steroids. I imagine would be a melee champion.
Yeah, that's cool though. Like being able to put buffs kind of on.
Yeah, I
people.
don't know. It's definitely like a bard class, sort of, not bard the champion, but bard like in most RPGs, where they're not very strong individually, but they can buff their teammates like incredibly. And we don't really have anyone like that aside from maybe Sona sometimes.
I would love the idea of a champion being kind of like super weak, like a support type champion. But yeah, like you have like long lasting buffs, I think. Like, you know what I mean? Like long lasting buff that you activate on people, like an actual support class.
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
That's really, really interesting. I mean, it kind of is a little bit weird to do because League of Legends is a game where even the support has like a huge impact in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So like naturally you'd think it would be really weak, right? Because
it would have to be something where it was like they're strong, but a lot of players would probably hate it because it's hidden strength. Like they're not the ones actually doing the damage or getting the kills or anything like that, but they're providing tons of like utility, damage, maybe healing, but like they're not the ones doing it. You know, they're buffing other people who do that. I don't know.
Shit like attack speed increases and slows, or like Civ or alt, shit like that, where it's like it's some of the best abilities or like things in game, but like man, they feel not good to play with.
Yeah, like they're kind of boring, and it's a lot of strength that you don't see initially. Like it's not going to be as impactful as an Alistair or a Blitzcrank, where you can clearly see, wow, that was a really good like headbutt ground slam, like that was amazing. Or you see like that hook won us the game. Like you'll never see that with this kind of champion, but you'll like at the end of the game you'll be like, holy shit, how did you deal the most damage in the game? Or like how did you provide the most utility or get the most assists, something like that.
That's
It would
really
be
really
cool.
Weird. It would definitely have to not have a traditional ultimate.
It'd be a really cool idea, kind of like an empowered Tarek ultimate almost.
I'm sure Riot's thought about stuff like this before, but it's just trying to implement it. Got to be so hard without breaking other things.
Exactly. So thanks for the email, Spencer. Last one up is from Fly Tacos. He said, "I've been maining Darius recently. I know, but it's fun as hell. I've gotten to the point where I can win against almost any champion. In lane, I imagine that he means against except Yorick. Seriously, fuck that champion.
That champion's
Anyways,
fucked.
yeah, it's like the unfun champion. Anyway, I always do really well in lane, but then I start doing poorly late game. I think it's because I engage too often and make stupid-ass decisions. Do you have any suggestions? Stop engaging so often and make better decisions."
Darius is one of those champions though. Like he's really like a win lane type champion. Like he
smashes lane.
There's very few lanes that he loses. Like shit like Fiora is a skill matchup until whoever gets the first kill, then whoever gets the first kill wins the lane. But yeah, like there's very few lanes that he kind of gets demoed in, sort of thing. But yeah, that's because he kind of lacks in team fights. He's definitely better in team fights than he used to be before pre-rework Darius.
Yeah.
Because pre-rework Darius was like, if he doesn't get like 4 kills in lane, you win the game. Like you're gonna win the game against him. Like he's terrible. He's kind of better now because he has the ult reset thing with when he gets 5 stacks. Like his passive like 5 stack reset.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if it's called Blood Rush or Blood Rage or
Blood Rage, I think.
Something like that. That's a really, really, really good ability or passive. So you kind of have
It's called Hemorrhage.
No, but there's something that
and he gains Noxian Might.
Noxian Might. It used to be called something else, and then they changed it to that.
I think called Blood Rage, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Blood Rage. So like that ability is really good, but like once again, you're still kind of playing a damage dealer top. Like despite you feeling like a tanky champion, whenever I play Darius, I build him like fairly like AD heavy, but I feel like I'm a tank, and
like
you're
80
not.
tank.
Yeah, but like you're not a tank. You know what I mean? So you can't just like try to 1v5 because you're champion. You have to at least get those 5 autos up or get an execution with your ult before you become useful in a team fight. In my opinion, at least. Like your champion is just not good until you like are able to reset your passive onto different people.
Yeah.
I would recommend trying to pick up Pantheon top lane. I'm not sure if you agree with this, Nick, but I think Pantheon top lane currently is like the better Darius.
Yeah, Pantheon's really strong. I think his ultimate is less impactful sometimes, but then other times it just like it will snowball lane super hard.
I just think that he wins lane harder than Darius does, and he is overall a better character, and he just provides. I don't know. He's just way more useful in my opinion than Darius right now. Like he's such a good top laner right now.
Yeah, it's the gap closer. You know, Darius doesn't have one, but
And Pantheon also wins lane against shit like Quinn.
Yeah.
Which is kind of important.
But specifically for Darius, I would kind of rely on someone else to engage. You should never be the one that is making the engage unless you get a really good apprehend, you know, a good hook on a mid laner or a jungler, like an AD carry, somebody like that. But he's not a good team fight engager. He's not Malphite, he's not Rammus or, you know, Fiddlesticks or anything like that. But he's so good to follow up and clean up. So kind of, you don't want to be frontline, but you don't want to be backline either. You want to be kind of behind the front line, but in front of the backline, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
You have anything else to add?
I don't know. He's just it's really hard playing like a bruiser type champion like Darius because, as I said, like a champion like Renekton, for example, like despite building pretty well the same way as Darius, honestly, like they're very, very similar in their build. I feel way more safe engaging with Renekton, which is something hard to transfer over. Like if you play Renekton, then you go play Darius, you can't play them the same way, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, no. Renekton has the double dash, you know, if he goes to
he has a 300 health ultimate buff also.
He does have that fat ulti buff.
But it just seems like they're so different despite being very, very similar in their role.
Yeah, they kind of fill the same role, like lane bully that transitions into like a tanky bruiser late game. But they play totally differently. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so honestly, you kind of need like a tank jungler or something to engage for you before you can really do the dupe.
Yeah. But then just fucking go ham. Get your 5 stacks and then just start ulting people.
If Darius gets 5 stacks, that's the scariest shit in a team fight.
Yeah, you pretty much lose the game. He gets like 200 free attack damage, like at level 18. It's ridiculous.
And then he just ults like 3 people in a row, and you're like, oh, that's a lot of damage from one ult.
Now we have to focus the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it for all the emails. And that'll be it for the show. So if you like us, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/WarFinch, right?
Yep.
Send us emails at mail@leakcastpodcast.com. You can respond to the roundtable, kind of just pretty well tell us anything, you know? Join us in TeamSpeak, ts.leakcastpodcast.com. There's no password. It is free to download. You just have to download the TS3 client, and then you can join us and talk about that. If you want to join our club on League of Legends, add Aiden, Chris, or myself. 420, we kind of went through that earlier. LC Chris or King Lard out, and then just ask for a club invite, and we'll get you settled in there. And then, what else? Facebook.com/LeagueCastPodcast. And then Twitter @LeagueCast. And I think that's just about it.
Yeah, respond to the roundtable question because like this week's answers, like all of them had me like in stitches. Like even the ones I didn't read, but like holy fuck, some of them were really good.
They were so good. Like you guys are so much better at us than this. It's disappointing. But yeah, it'll be interesting. We have a good roundtable question this week. So thanks for listening. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Yeah. See you then.
Ciao.
Ciao.